longboard.
That was just as random as, as Grayson. But also...
Grayson
what is that from?
I have to say, Grayson did not seem that he was on board with that whole thing.
Well, he didn't know that really. I just said, pull up a chainsaw sound on YouTube. And then he's like, okay. And then, I thought, Chad, on the other end.
Yeah, you can fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Fill it in, Chad.
Filtered water, sugar. What was that drop from?
Continuum of
I'm so confused.
Yeah, what was that bit?
Check in with that here.
That was the Wilhelm scream.
Wilhelm scream, full original recording.
Oh yeah.
That's the
It
original.
sounded different because it was the full.
Hold on, there's like 30.
Pull up a clip version.
There's like 31 seconds.
There it is.
That is
Alright.
the one.
Yeah, more of that, please.
No, not that one. That was the wrong one. That's good.
I'll keep it on retainer, okay?
Last session, we picked up from the moment that you all finalized your social contract with the vampires, agreeing to travel in tandem in order to keep each other safe in passage through the phlogiston, particularly as a result of the dangers that the astral elves have recently posed on both your vessels, both on the Moondancer and the Last Breath. The social contract involved 2 of your crewmates to board on opposite ships, I should say, in order to keep each other accountable and to be able to also aid in any way, shape, or form via supplies, via gambling. And in fact, some of the downtime activities took place between both parties, and some interpersonal relationships from within the Moondancer did involve some firearms tests, some fishing, astral fishing, some dice games, gambling, and then eventually, enough time had passed that Joan's curiosity got the best of her, as it often does, leading her to Garganhale's quarters, where he found a very peculiar file that had, well, Turb's name and an image of a younger Ergenasi amongst other monks in front of a monastery on top of it. She was stopped by Garganhale and another unnamed, mysterious woman that we were later to find out was an astral elf, but not just any. One that has called herself Princess Xedalli. One who is heir to the throne of XARYXIS. She had spent some time explaining herself, why she was stuck on the Last Breath, as it was a result of a conflict that her fleet had with the vampirates not too long before they encountered you. She explained that her primary mission was to stop her brother, Xeleth, from siphoning energy and life from inhabited planets. Because apparently, this technology, this means of life extraction existed, but was only used by her father on uninhabited planets. And with their father now passed, he decided to take the throne for himself and use what now seems to be, almost at this point, a weapon for not just survival, but power, influence. And especially now knowing, with the help of a sending spell on Jarvel's end, that XARYXIans can move apart from their own wild space system. Jarvel, you had you had received a message from one of the Moonrise Ward agents, Trent. An individual who had met you all back on the Rock of Brawl with two of his other compatriots in an effort to amass more allies to the coalition. The message sounded very convincing. It sounded very promising. He and a few other ships had finally made it to XARYXIS space. But weirdly enough, there was no star. There was no signs of planet life or any life. Until eventually, they seem to have been out of nowhere ambushed by a variety of star moths. And what had sounded like Trent's last few words that he was able to give out in his final message to you was to make it to Arun, find your parents and the rest of the coalition, and make it to Malice. Seems that's where a Moonrise Ward base is likely posted at. This could be, hopefully, one of the last charges to amass allies before finally confronting the XARYXIans.
Or it could be that there's none left.
Now, after all this, there was a moment that Princess Xedalli did come forward as she recognized a genasi amongst your ranks. Turb, in fact, was the individual that she was after. And the reason why she was marooned and captured by Garganhael in the first place. That's gonna come like real crisp. She had knowledge imparted to her by a very powerful patron of a shadow organization known as the Nova Consortium. And in exchange for added eyes, added spies to the people of XARYXIA, the patron imparted to her 2 rings. 2 twinned rings that might be the hope to fully eradicate Xeleth's plan and save your world once and for all. The trick, however, is that these powerful artifacts needed 2 individuals of completely opposite of bloodlines. And by that, the difference between primordial bloodline and that imparted by Arcana itself. And as she explained, the astral elves are born by the magic of XARYXIA, their star. And so she needed one other of primordial blood to wield its twin. She found you and happened to give you a letter And as we left off, you did say that you wanted to read it on this session. And I will say, if anyone chooses to cop a peek, no, it is written in Primordial. Your native
back
tongue.
to his room anyway.
I can speak now.
Do you speak that? Now, of course, if any of you can speak Primordial, and you were able to get a hold of the letter, aside from if Turb decides to divulge what's on it, then you could feasibly read it. Now, are you in a room for privacy? Are you on the main deck? What is Turb doing?
I will retreat to private quarters.
I cast Find Familiar and have my hawk follow into his room.
I heard hog.
Bird.
I heard hog. So just
My hawk.
my hog will fill
You
it.
know my hawk too?
Wow.
I did laugh when listening to the podcast. There's that moment where it's just like you're talking to Doug, and Doug's just like not paying attention, and you're like, if that's what you would like, what would prefer, Miss? And then Doug hears she's like, Miss Sexy.
Yes.
Sexy Joan.
Joan, sexy Joan.
Yeah.
My
It's
full title,
My name is
please.
Miss. Yeah. It's just like he thought he was filling in like what you were about to say.
If you like
No,
that, Miss
you were like
Joan.
period. Yeah, you were like
Yeah.
Miss period, and you were like Miss Joan. Sexy.
I like- Yeah,
What was this?
there was a second where you were like giving your last name, and you're like Joan, Sexy Joan. and Mike was like, your last name is Sexy Joan.
Joan, sexy Joan.
Yeah, Joan, Sexy Joan. Good stuff. Yeah.
Well, I feel emasculated.
All right, so I have
You
a.
probably
So I
should
have
talk
You're the
about
one that
previous
chose to play a
episodes.
female character. I don't think you can.
True. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
it
it
creates
it's
like
kinda-
some like internal
Yeah.
like connectivity. You know.
Yep. It's like an interconnected universe of.
Yeah.
All right, Seth, come on.
Seth's gonna listen.
I would bet that he won't.
Linearity of time.
All
Transcendent.
right, so I've got a pig behind me.
Yeah. Pig's on your tail.
It was a hog. Gosh.
So while he's going in there to read his thing,
Jones
I wanna
Hog
go
is
up to the-
tailing you.
I want to go up to the princess and say, does every astral elf have a name that starts with Z?
First of all, it's an X.
Oh,
All right.
my bad.
Oh, I wrote.
Our star is
I wrote
XARYXIS.
Xedalli.
Oh,
With a
X.
Z.
Her name is Xedalli.
Whatever.
Xedalli.
Xedalli.
Edalli.
XEA. XED, right?
XED.
A-L.
ALLI. And
Duh.
Prince Xeleth. ELETH. So,
The next.
how would you guys want to go about doing this? At this point, you know, Joan and not at this point. Originally, Joan and Chilta had volunteered themselves to be the two amongst Moondancer's crew to be on the last breath in exchange for two of their vampirates on Moondancer. But with the whole princess monologue and problems happening in XARYXIS space, everyone just kind of migrated temporarily to Moondancer. Is there anything that you all would like to do, and even for you, if there's something you want to do before or say before you head into your own room, anyone you want to speak to? By the way, you have a fancy new crossbow.
Yes, I have that written down.
Yeah.
You got a new.
That's how it works.
I do.
Is it a repeater?
Okay, I'm really sorry because I do think you explained this, but I think I'm still unclear on like how did this XARYXIS end up with the vampires?
So she, after leaving, and she never really did say, but after leaving, departing from getting an answer from the Nova Consortium, she had taken off in your guys' direction, and the only way that they would have any clue as to why that is even possible is because someone has one of Absu's tracts currently. So they got a pin on your ship, essentially.
Gotcha.
She headed in that direction. The vampire, you can just assume that the vampires have just been dealing with astral elves in general. So it wouldn't have taken them very long to run into her. I mean, especially if they're on survival mode after dealing with star moths.
So do we know like what the connection is? Like, why were they interested in Absu or his location?
They're interested in your location.
But
They want to find Turb.
So we don't know. But how do we know that Absu and me are? You know, see what I'm getting?
The consortium knows, and she went to the consortium.
Okay.
Are you wondering, like, why do they care about Absu?
Kind of, yeah. Because you said they knew they had like a pin on Absu.
Yes. So it was more or less implied and kind of talked about with Crux's help that there were almost, if you want to think of it like a rainy planet from Attack of the Clones, just like a breeding pool of children that they could use for their purposes.
Okay. Yeah.
Crux and Absu were of them. Crux, some way, somehow, was able to free himself from their tether, and thus freed Absu from his tether. And what was explained was that they used the religion, the cult that he was a part of, that Absu was a part of, and implant with him arcane eye enchanted tracts. So that way they could see where everyone was and see and hear whatever might be happening. And it just so happened to work out perfectly because Wilver decided to snatch one before the rest of them were destroyed.
Forgot about that.
Otherwise, this whole thing couldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the story would have been over.
Butterfly effect. We're all just like drinking Gatorade and shooting pool.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
That answers my question.
Shelta, do you have any, well really Luke, do you have any questions?
Are we away from these guys? Are
Not
we separated right
Not yet. This, if you have no other business that you want to discuss or anything that you want to chat anyone up with, then you can absolutely go back to Last Breath.
now? Gotcha. I mean, do we have a crew on this ship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to start screaming at him. So like, I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah.
You just want to start screaming.
Chill, maggots! Shelta comes across so chill all the time, and then all of a sudden, like, he just snaps. Seagulls, now whatever the heck's going on right now.
He's not even casting
Watch
thaumaturgy.
the fuck out.
I mean, don't put me in power though. I mean, like, it's me and Joan. It's me and Joan, and I am a man. I am the.
Hold me back.
I'm the more powerful one. I'm also.
Technically, you're a bug.
Yes, but I'm a male identity.
Also, we're all on the same ship right now. No one's putting you in power.
I'm still in there was no chance.
We're both still on this ship.
I just haven't moved the minis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the
Never
things. Yeah.
mind, never mind.
So we're here.
Just told broke the
Yes.
realism. Come on, Mike.
Sorry, the immersion.
Nevertheless, we're going back to our ship.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna yell at him.
Wait,
I'm gonna-
is Joan?
I'm gonna
Joan's
lock.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna lock
Joan was
Joan in
on
a
the
room,
ship,
and I'm gonna get to work. She's gonna do all the cleaning. Yeah.
Well, Joan, Jarval, Absu.
I don't have a freaking clue.
Same here. I'm staying on the ship.
Well, Chelta, you're free to yell at the rest of the crew.
Is this a new menu?
That's
This is a
something you
new
get off your
gift?
chest.
That's a crux, yeah.
This is new though, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that was there
I
last
think you had
time.
it last time, yeah.
This is you, Jarval.
I was like, I thought I had a me. There's a me.
Turb, you're down here because you're in a room by yourself.
Should I be reading this shit?
Freaking loner.
If you want. You don't have to.
I've got some Matchbox 20 going. I'm opening this.
Listen up, maggots. Listen up. Get to work. Let's start rolling this ship.
What is happening?
It's a whip. That's a whip.
Oh, that's
I
a good.
Oh! I was so confused. I thought I was hearing like the
Chad will put in a better.
like the Law and Order sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Law and Order flagellum unit.
Flagellum.
Flagellum.
What is it called?
Phlogiston.
Phlogiston.
Flagellum unit.
Flagello unit.
Well, I think he said flagellum, which is like a.
I think you said
It's not a country in the Caribbean.
No, I'm pretty sure it's because I thought of this when
Flagella
you first
is
said
like-
it.
No, that's a conqueror.
Flagellum.
No, I'm pretty
It's
sure it's a
not-
part of like a single cell organism. Or like an amoeba.
I think that's what those camps are called outside of Brazil.
We're inside of a single cell organ.
Favelas! Nice!
It's a favela. It's
A long,
F-A-V-E-L-A.
hair-like appendage that extends from a cell and helps it move around. Boom.
So we're inside of a hair-like appendage.
Yes, yeah. The whole thing is a hair-like appendage.
Wow. There's a lot of vivid imagery happening right now. I hope the mic's getting all of this.
Although it's interesting that you say that because flagellation, I just googled this,
There we go.
Let's talk.
is to beat someone with a whip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Bringing it back around.
Nice.
Oh, sorry guys, I flagellated.
I'm gonna flagellate you.
Pardon me for flagellating.
Joan's gonna do some flagellating later.
Safety.
Nice.
Safety. All right. Would you like to read your letter?
Yes.
Loud.
Sorry, my mind was wandering.
I guess Turb's all alone in his room, so are you alone in your room?
Yeah.
What's new
Okay.
with you?
You're reading in your head.
Oh,
Reading out
the
loud.
font is a little small.
That's
I
your
apologize.
fault.
That's
Your
why
all
he cued the
can't
song.
hear
I think he wanted to read it out loud.
Your
I
hog-
Wait, you want me to read this out loud?
It's up to you.
Bang.
Think of the audience
My
at
hog
home.
is just like
Well,
slamming
you
up against the
get a lay of the land there with your cool ass.
We'll have to
glasses
leave the
there.
room so you can read it to the
You
microphone.
can if you want. If you want.
Yeah, if you want to read it.
Alright. Does the microphone pick up primordial?
You're gonna have to use a very native accent.
Bomba clat.
I mean, we are. You guys want to pee?
Do you guys just want to pee
You guys want to
together?
pee on a bush? One of Mike's bushes outside?
No, not really.
Why, you got a flashlight?
Yeah, you yeah, want to flagellate again. No. Turb here was gonna read a letter.
Okay, it starts. Dearest Blair.
What?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Keep it down, Simon. Keep it down.
Dearest Bladder, can we go pee on one of Mike's bushes?
So it says dearest Blair.
Okay, that's what I said.
No, you were like,
That's Blair. Blair.
Blair?
Blair, if I'm saying that
Blair?
You said Simon's favorite band, Blur.
right. Oh, dude, I love Blair. Song 2, great song. Better than Songtooth might be the #1 song.
I don't think it can.
Songtooth is #1.
Some people say
All right.
I love that song. That's better.
I'm sorry it has taken me this long to reach you. As widespread as we are, you'd be surprised what slips through the cracks. I knew this would happen ever since your father and I saw it best to send you off to the High Moon Monastery. I didn't want the Syndicate to have any chance of finding you in your youth. You needed to grow under the guidance of the elders. Something neither myself nor your father were able to provide, given the circumstances.
Oh, yes.
I truly am proud to know you've made it this far in your journey to find yourself. But there's much more for you to understand about who you are. Who we are. And then we is underscored. When you find Princess Xedalli, she will likely present you with a ring. She will say it's a twin to the one what does that say? What does that say?
Oh, the one she bears.
Oh, the ones she bears herself. Okay, gotcha. and will be the key to destroying Xeleth's star siphon. And while that isn't untrue, these rings hold yet another purpose. You are a gift, Blair.
Canon. that's the correct primordial.
Is it really that hard to say?
Blair.
There you go.
No, it's blurred now.
No.
Primordial blood runs through your veins, like the many Jinns and Genasi before you. And though this ring will allow you to eliminate the prince's destruction of our home, it is also capable of breaking the very levee that dams up your Genasi spirit. You will be able to manipulate the very same force that our primordial ancestors wielded before Faerun even entered its infancy. But terrible and beautiful things do not exist in isolation. Should the princess's plan work, I fear that a similar levy may exist in her as well, or at the very least in her bloodline. But I don't need to instruct you about wisdom. I know you'll find a way to protect yourself and those you care about. May the winds always guide you. Azurla.
Yeah, Azurlon.
Azurlon.
And none of you heard that.
Sweet.
Who is Blair? Do we know?
Blur.
Blur. Sorry, who is
I'm blurred.
Who is Blair?
I'm Blur.
Oh, you are?
Blair.
It seems so.
Okay.
Says, I mean, the letter starts Dearest Blair.
It's really not
from
for
Mommy
you.
and
It's
Daddy.
for someone else.
It's from Pop Pop.
Jones theory. Oh yeah, the other Turb.
Turb is
It's a
a
common
Christian
name.
name.
Is Turb short for Blair?
But they gave him an L sign.
Yeah.
When he crosses the
Turb.
You're a turd.
Blair? Oh, that's too difficult.
Blur to say.
Yeah.
Blur word.
I had a hard time pronouncing blur.
Sounds like you don't even know how to say it. What would Turb or Blur?
It's just blurred.
How would Turb or Blair be taking this information?
So, the princess had sort of mentioned that this letter was given to her by my uncle, right?
Yes.
I think at this point I'm probably, I don't know. I think I would like to sort of I'm not necessarily gonna say downplay, but I will like go along with my role as it stands with like wielding this ring, but my primary motive would be to find my uncle. I think, if possible,
Okay.
or learn anything about him to try to get a clear idea of like what is his connection to my parents, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What?
I just witnessed something.
If Chelta has anything to say to the crew, now is the time to say it. Unless that was just a bit.
Which one? Just now?
No, like you were
The-
saying that you wanted
the
to
whipping
like
thing?
you were saying that you wanted
I already
to.
whipped and screamed and yelled.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was.
Can I trade
And
you
was
mean,
ignored.
These,
for that, or
these,
just
these
have-
maggots, they laughed at me.
They did.
They laughed at me. They sure did. and I kind of laughed about it, and then I drank.
All right.
Let me get this straight.
Crying
one, of our,
inside.
one of our biggest
No,
conditions on this
hating.
trip was like, 2 of us are going to be over here and 2 of you are going to be over here. That was a big condition, and now we're just like, nah, we're just going to go back to our own boat.
No, you guys
Talked
fired
about
back.
that for a
back
good
over.
solid 15 minutes. So
Yeah, that was for a thing. We had a little get together.
And well, the other condition that Absu laid out was that anything is up for grabs on their ship, which you all partook with.
So some of us, I picked up a great sword of wounding. You got you can add to your inventory +2 crossbow.
It's in your inventory.
+2?
Oh, thank
Everything in the bag
we
was.
traded, right? Because I was going to get the
Yes.
great sword of wounding.
Yeah, I had Ring of the something.
No, you gave me your battle axe.
Oh, just my basic battle, or +1
It
battle.
was a
axe.
+1
Yeah.
battle axe.
So someone get the Ring of something.
So, ooh,
Ring
the
of
Ring of the Ram.
Ring of
I think you have that.
So yeah, I guess I don't know. Are we kind of?
Is everyone settled on their items? You can still move things around if you feel like you. Who's taking what roles on the ship?
I will stick with Gunner.
So
Okay.
okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. What does she have the second ring? Are we currently like trying to find the second ring?
She has both rings. One was already on her, and the other one she like showed you. Like this is the other. Like this is meant for you.
Yeah, okay.
Or I'll be if Luke wants to be a gunner, I can be boatswain.
I'm on this one.
Okay. This is a fighter helmsman.
What's over here, Mike?
Over here would be. Gunner is available. There's one gunner available.
Just someone to drive? Someone's driving?
Someone is driving. Yes. So their spelljammer is this fellow up here.
Is it Grimzod? Is their spelljammer or no?
Grimzod's not the spelljammer.
Hey, to ensure
It was the guy that killed Flapjack, wasn't it? Or
It's-
not?
it's-
Is there anything in place for our safety on this boat? Or our connection and following
So
of
you
the
want
boat?
to be in one of those guys.
A bit of safety. What do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like we should be connected in some way, or at least sending some message or something. I wonder what's going on here. 'Cause we are. I don't want to be just
That's a good
space
point.
for like a couple of years.
The spelljammer would probably have the best answer for that, as far as in terms of a solution for that. And you're welcome to ask him whatever you want. I'm currently looking for. There he is. Here's Captain Garganhale and his left hand.
That's the guy who's driving.
This is the guy who's driving.
Okay, Captain Garganhale's on the ship right now.
Yes.
Stacks of green paper in his right hand.
I foresee us having a little game.
Okay.
And he's playing with 2 hands. And he's
Yeah.
got 2 hands.
No, like
He's got 2,
Literally,
he's been
that's-
dealt 2 hands.
if
and-
anyone was going to be gambling with Captain Garganhale, he would have been counting as 2 people, like legit.
He's winning, but we're like trading an organic material.
Yep.
Most fighters are the ones you use the matchbox cards originally for, right?
Yes. The Matchbox cars are somewhere, but
We don't need them. We've got real
we
ones.
don't need them.
The
Well, I was gonna say,
real fighters, as opposed to the fantasy fighters.
Turb, where are you, and what will you be doing?
I'll like polish the windshields on the fighter jets.
Sure can.
Doug's doing the same thing. Literally said he's polishing. He's polishing. Oh, you're
I'm gonna
painting it?
paint. Yeah.
With the
My fighter
intent.
got damaged last time.
You're doing like the hookah ladies on like the side of the ship or whatever.
Sure, yeah, that.
Yeah,
Would you say hookah ladies?
He's doing a hookah lady.
Yeah.
He,
Is that right?
he, she.
I
I genuinely thought you were making a joke. But what did you mean?
I'm attaching
Well, so
sections
like
of
like
flaps.
in like World War II planes, they would paint stuff on the side
Yeah.
of their
Yeah.
planes.
They were called hookah ladies?
No, that's why
Oh.
I was like hookah ladies.
I don't know.
Excited post.
Yeah.
That's what I'm painting.
No, I'm actually like I'm painting, but I'm quietly contemplating some other pieces that I have.
That's very good.
Sorry, I have one last question about the letter.
Yeah.
It refers to the syndicate. Is it talking about the princes, the XARYXIS princes?
No, it's referring to the Nova Consortium.
The Nova Consortium. Okay,
Yes.
and that's the same group that
That your uncle is a patron for.
The one that Absu
Absu
was
a
part of, sort of, although he didn't know it.
Subconsciously.
She did say though that this letter was given to her by my uncle, right?
Yes.
The uncle
Doing
that
some
was
serious research over here.
kind of joined. Oh, really?
You're fighting the. So the general consensus is the astral elves are the enemy, and the Nova Consortium is this like deep, far away, maybe enemy, maybe ally. They clearly do some evil shit, but they also have terribly impressive intel.
And my
I don't trust these Russians.
These dang Russians.
but she did say that my unc is a djinn, right? Or a half djinn.
Yes, a half gin. Okay, so if you're polishing the windows of the fighters, is that like just what you want to do, or do you intend to hop in a fighter if necessary?
Well, I'm ready to hop in.
Oh
yeah.
Alright.
I'm spit shining these bad boys.
Chilta. After winning some, losing some, go ahead and roll a percentile die.
So a D10, like two D10s. Like one of them's gonna have a 0, one of them just gonna be.
Yeah, both of those right there. That one and the other one.
81.
81. Above 50%, you would have won money. Below 50%, you would have lost money. You gained 20 platinum.
What?
Wow.
Platinum. Holy shit, dude. What did you do?
I bought that.
He
drum
gambled
tower.
with the captain, is what he did.
He's a high roller.
That drums.
I bought that drum tower. Now I'm rich as 20 platinum?
Dude, you run that drum tower like the Navy.
I
Oh,
bought the drum tower. Now I'm rich as fuck. Is what you just said, right?
Oh yeah, no. It's just it's all
a
fake
symbol.
money to get there. But I
Okay.
got there, and then
Sorry.
now I'm making money.
Yeah.
It's not real
Now that you
until
have
you
it.
get there. Yeah. Don't mind if I do.
The captain.
What was that for?
For playing poker.
You said that you wanted to play poker
No way.
with the captain,
That's great.
and
I don't know what you can do in this game.
and
First time around.
and he leans back. He leans back in his chair, snaps his hand, and the other one just like crawls over to its shoulder as though he's commanding like a pet. And he says, "Somehow you managed to best me twice. That's rather impressive. Have you played before? Dead Man's Hand."
I had some old buddies on the farm, but for the most part, I kept to myself.
Well, the way that you bluff is rather interesting. I might have to take some notes on that. In the meantime, what's it say you take some pointers from my spelljammer, maybe point us in the right direction. Right.
I
And he takes his hand, plops it on his shoulder, heads out. You head over to the helm, and there you see in this deep emerald green cloak and very wasted skin, almost like a zombie with leprosy, like just so much diseased skin and flesh, while they're manipulating the magics of the helm itself with a bronze staff in hand and what looks like sunken eye sockets, like as though there are no eyes, but you do see like these blue flames lock eyes with you.
Did the captain send ye?
Sure enough he did.
Then have a seat.
Thank you.
Going to need some second pair of eyes, pretty soon.
I guess so.
I feel a current coming. I'm hoping the new jammer of yours is able to navigate well enough.
Make a survival or perception check for me.
Survival or perception?
Correct.
18 perception.
Good eyes indeed. You, after taking some time to analyze the helm's viewport in front of you, and taking a moment to actually look above deck and then coming back down within the helm, you do recognize the current that he is referring to.
I see.
Telling him to bank left at some points, veer right at others. Eventually you notice a handful, doesn't seem to be like many, but what looks to be like a handful of astral elves flying towards you, flying towards your ships, but they're not in star moths. They're more or less just gliding against this current.
Towards our ships?
Is that not unlike the how the vampires initially approached us? Because weren't they floating as well?
So yes, the difference here is that the vampirates were pulling a feint, like they were playing limp and just letting momentum push them. Difference here is this looks more like they are intentionally like magically flying in your direction.
Is there a way to communicate to the big ship?
Yeah, so
I asked my friend, I see something at a distance here. I don't know if you catch it as well, so maybe we should contact the other ship. Is there a way we could do that?
Yes, I do see it.
With the old ham radio.
They've got something here that we use from time to time.
and he pulls out oh man, what does this thing remind me of? If you were, I can't remember the name of the toy. Imagine a hockey puck with basically just like two gears around it that you can like, as you click one in one direction, it kind of has a series of numbers, which kind of gives you an idea of like this is range or like a distance. And then the other one has like initials. So someone's name, and hopefully within a certain range you can tag onto someone. One of them has the initials ST, and the other one has the initials VR. And he points to both of those, and there are like 5 or 6 others outside of those. And he says,
Those two are on your ship. This will be your way to contact them. They'll be able to message the rest of your Moondance group.
Okay, sounds good. I'll message him right now. Have you ever seen astral elves fly like this before?
I can't say that I have, but I've seen them being capable of much more firepower than they're showing off.
Okay. Please do beep. What do I do to call these?
Breaker 99.
Yeah.
So you
DR and ST.
Absu and Jarvel.
ST.
Okay. Absu, you hear, you notice the vampire behind you, like grabbing for a similarly described piece of equipment and switches it over to one notch, and it says, "What's the matter? What's happening?"
This is Chilka, calling from what's my ship called?
The last breath.
Last breath. Y'all see anything in the distance? Can you contact the nearest hippo or
Oi, Hippo! It says that's your name. Hippo, you see anything up there? Oh, hey, Dragon Boy! You see anything up in the stars? It says we got some sort of danger
we
ahead.
got 4 or 5 astrals coming up, floating up actually. They're just hanging out, floating up in the text. Hopefully this guy's just like broadcasting this not absolutely here, hippo.
It's kind of, it's like if he was on speakerphone, but volume's at like half, like at 50%.
Okay, you need me to speak up, like in the. Like,
No, that's that's
person?
just a limitation
Do I
of
need
the
to
of the item, unfortunately. So and Elena hears this. Well, hopefully Welva notices this. And Jarvel, you hear a voice. You hear a voice in your head. I'm noticing some things up ahead that could be a problem. See if any of you guys can see anything clear from your point of view.
Do you want me to do a check or something?
Roll either perception or survival. And Absu, you may do the same as you were. You heard from the vampire.
I only got a 10.
we're talking right now.
10.
15.
15. You do see, and it takes a bit to like differentiate between the phlogiston and distant stars, but you do notice what looks to be about 5 individuals indeed flying towards both ships.
Is the what's her face around?
Which what's her face?
Sorry, the
Top
the
one?
no. Oh gosh, there are lots of what's her faces.
Princess?
The princess.
Princess?
She's on the other ship.
Oh. So that's,
But Sartell would have been in the crow's nest too.
wait, isn't that her though?
Xedalli?
That's Toplo.
That's
that's
Takala.
Takala.
Xedalli's down yonder.
We don't have a lot of time before these things like arrive, dude. Like we can't be like having all kinds of back and forths.
Also,
Yeah, I mean, and especially since they're not drifting, like you don't
Like,
feel like you have the same amount of time as you could anticipate the vampires.
My first instinct was to like try and get her to check it out so that we could see if she thinks there's anything.
It looks like they will be here in about a minute.
also we've never, as far as I can recall, we've never met a good one of these guys. So it wouldn't. It seems prudent to just start blasting as Danny
So
McNeil would
anyway.
say.
Yeah.
So anyway.
All right. Yeah. So okay, I think I'm going to. So wait, we already knew this though, right? I'm confused. What did I find out that we didn't already know?
Well,
Confirming that they are
We-
indeed seeing.
I don't know. Even though I was told to look, I don't know
Gotcha.
because I overheard it on like a ham radio.
So okay, so I call out
Hear that?
Astrals incoming. Somehow with no ship at all. So I'm not sure what to do with that.
No shit.
I run downstairs and get in a fighter.
Okay, so you're not going to be at the Mangonel?
No, not if. This seems like a non-mangonel scenario.
Okay.
He did say he was going to just basically bide his time, not being
Fair
a
enough.
ship.
Fair enough.
Absu says, well, I don't want to be caught flat-footed here because the last time we encountered folks floating in space, we ended up with a bunch of, you know,
I'm also in my fighter.
we ended up with a bunch of you know, people aboard the ship and this contract that we needed to abide to. So let's. I say we be on guard for maybe a potential you know, ship following them.
Are you going in the fighter?
Oh yeah, I'll put fire.
You don't have to. I'm just wondering.
Well, I'm getting that. I just polished it.
Get in that fighter.
I got a hookah girl on the side of mine.
You got a hookah girl.
Take it for a spin.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Joe.
Joan, this is you. They seem to be coming in against the current, as the current is going to push you more port side.
So I want to get out ahead of the ship. And can I pass within 15 feet of one that's on the edge? Of the
I'm sorry,
group?
say that again?
I want to pass within 15 feet of one that's on the edge of the group.
Within 15 feet of one that's on...
So if they're in a group, I don't want to go like through the middle. I want to go on the edge of their group.
Yes!
But
Okay.
within 15 feet of him.
Okay. Sure.
And as I do so, can I use my
So this
grasping-
is an aggressive tactic. Like you're gonna make the first shot.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to use my coiling grasp tattoo.
Mm.
Because there's nothing that says that I can't do it through walls.
I love this. I love this. Okay.
So he must make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Come on.
DC 14.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really nice. Would you make it like this, would you?
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Yeah, if you want it more to be good.
All right, thanks.
Natural
I got
one.
it right now. Oh, sweet.
Wow.
So
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Great. So I grapple him, and then can I pull him?
What does the action say you can do?
It doesn't. It just say he's grappled by me.
You are. I'm gonna roll that you are going to be able to utilize half of your movement as you are.
Okay.
Though you are tethered to them, even though you're stuck in the ship. So it'd be like half of the ship's movement essentially. And as you approach, you see that they all are in different, or all are in the same, like, uniform suits. And these suits are almost like Iron Man propelling them forward. You latch onto one of them, commanding your coiling grasp tattoo. Pull them in to your grasp, pull them into your range of your fighter. And I'm going to need us all to roll a group initiative. Oh,
Let's go, boys.
it's 5. Alright.
My plan is to drag this guy onto the deck of the ship.
Do we have something to grab them with on that ship?
I have him grabbed.
Like you are grabbing.
I am grabbing.
I thought we were encased in like a shield.
I have an ethereal, super spectral arm that squirts out of my body.
He has a sick tattoo.
Swords. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
There was no.
That was probably the wrong word. I don't like it. But I
Yeah,
said it.
there was nothing perverse about that
No,
question.
no, I don't really like it now. I've said it
Even
that way.
Jones
So.
stays quiet with that.
So you're going to attempt to pull him in. Joan, what is your
Does
move?
anyone object
I'm
to
going
that?
No.
Okay.
I am going to fly in, I guess, and use spells then if I'm in an open cockpit. You think you should put them on the deck of the ship?
You're not in an open cockpit.
Why are you then?
I'm not.
He's got a squirting spectral aura.
Right, so how is that getting outside?
It's not really inhibiting.
He's got a squirting spectral aura.
Bro!
The emphasis is on spectral.
It's not really.
Okay.
It's not. It's
Emphasis
not really
is on squirting.
corporeal.
Let's be real.
It doesn't really have
To each their
form.
own.
I would also communicate with little purple guy.
Wilbur?
Wilbur,
It's
thank
upside down.
you.
It's upside down.
And just say, if you can, have someone ready to take this guy.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Good Wilbur. I like how he stutters in his mind.
He's still figuring out what he's about to say.
I'm gonna fly right up to this group here. And it says I can do this within 10 feet. So I can get real close. I'm casting Arms of Hadar. So that is Dark Tendrils of Energy erupt from me and batter all creatures.
That's not
10
fair.
feet.
You can do it without a tattoo. Go ahead. Sorry.
Why can I do that?
Each creature in the area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d necrotic damage.
And you begin to emanate your arms of Hadar.
Awesome rod.
And what happens if?
I'll show you my rod closely.
Well, I was riffing on a song about.
One got a natural 18.
Oh.
This one got a natural 20, and these two failed. Thumbs out. You know what that means?
You know what that
You know what that means.
Well, let's just adjudicate that.
That's when it's upcasted, because you automatically upcast it as a warlock. So it's gonna be 5.
Oh, because
That's what it
he's a
is.
Warlock.
Yes.
The warlock for the thumbs.
So it's 5. Holy shit! 5d6.
Thumbs are out. It's
Thumbs
warlock.
are out, dude.
Middle fingers up, thumbs out. Everybody now.
In the meantime, Shelto, what's your move?
Me, I'm just trying to shoot the last one fire.
Okay. Do you want to move?
I want to favor a foe.
Okay. Which
I want
one?
to run out to here.
Nice.
and-
Oh, right on the mast,
Right on the
or the
mast.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Do you need?
And then
Do you need
favor foe. Well, I want to know the results.
Okay.
I can give you shit.
24.
24.
Holy shit.
This guy is a mage, and he's gonna have to roll a concentration check. Invisibility has been dropped on 4 other astral elves.
After Luke makes his move.
No, this is as a result of him
Oh.
hitting the astral mage, and it dropped its concentration.
Wow.
So I have 4 arms, and I have 2 arms
Yeah.
with my crossbow. Right?
Yes.
And then the other 2 arms, I turn my head, and I don't know how my head can turn. It might make me, I feel like it can turn 180. I'm gonna turn 180 and look at my guy back there, like, okay, go back there, look at that, oh my god! And then I turn back forward and I make a shot with my crossbow.
Okay, nice. Go ahead and roll to hit.
24.
24 hits.
Oh.
24 hits. What's the damage?
12 points.
12 points of damage. Your arrow. Is this your perfect?
Crossbow.
Is crossbow? Nice. Taking out your new weapon, and it feels the most sturdy weapon you've ever wielded. Like, you have so much confidence behind this weapon. Firing a bolt directly into its side. Okay, it's still alive. He's still alive.
I'm gonna make a shot at the other bleeding
The other bloodied one.
with the crossbow.
Point.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. Go for it. 5 plus 6. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Looking both like pretty closely wounded there.
So.
Damn it. Fuck.
No. Turb's drunk. Get Turb a cigarette.
I can barely steer this thing right now.
Turb needs a cigarette.
Sir,
Is that a
been
way to
drinking tonight.
establish clarity?
Hotbox your cruiser.
So. I'm gonna take a shot using the newly polished.
Imagine if that cures you.
Imagine.
Imagine.
I can scarcely imagine it.
I can scarcely imagine.
Take a pop
Just
shot.
do yeah, I'll just do kind of like a swooping in, kind of turning on the side, just
Nice.
Nat 20, dude.
You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Bro. All right.
All right.
It's because you're a contract.
13. 11. So 24. Oh, total.
Eviscerates him in half.
Wow.
One astral mage down.
I'm gonna do 2 shots with the ballista
Okay.
on the guy that they were arrowheading around, or I guess who was holding the weird arrowhead.
He
black.
has partial cover with the help of Joan.
The hell is John?
So his AC is going to go up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. This is the dark.
No, just because like the angle and then like
Oh, okay.
these guys are in the way.
Or misses. That's 14 and 12.
Both miss.
Cool.
At this point, Topola is going to attempt to cast Hypnotic Pattern. So I need Joan. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. She's going to attempt to charm. Attempt.
I have if I'm attempting to charm someone,
Thumbs
I
around
have-
when the homie makes a minor mistake.
Until the spell ends, at least in this area, you are charmed. In that you are focused on the dazzling lights, and it is the only thing that you see in your vision. You no longer see the enemies around you, you just see these lights and shapes and patterns repeating, vortexing around you in this space. The rest of you see vampirates being boarded by the astral elves. Garganhale is fighting melee to melee with another astral elf, clashing arms. You see a vampirate at this point looking ready to make a reaction with a hand crossbow and hits for a decent amount of damage against this. Another astral mage up top. They're at their spelljammer. They're the vampirate astral vampirate spelljammer. Backs off, and you see their ship just beginning to glide, losing momentum compared to Moondancer. At this point, you see, no, I guess you wouldn't see, but you hear a blast coming from the mangonel as they're going to attempt to fire right about here to like land past the ship, past the last breath.
Wait, sorry, what mangonel's fire?
Your mangonel. Saving Garganhale's ass. Blasting him off the ship.
He landed on my nose.
Landed right on your nose. Spelljammer and Mage are in the midst of a combat with another vampirate. And here, this astral elf, who's now in the middle of your two ships, is clearly more, equally as adorned in golds and reds and violets as Princess Xedalli. And after all of this commotion and all of this fighting taking place, you see him just like jetting upwards to get a little bit of height. And you hear him saying, "Oh, sister, I haven't seen you for some time. Where can you be?" Well, I don't have to find you. And he clutches an amulet around his neck. And you see like this bright orangish glow piercing between his fingers. But I know our pet can and you see like flames of fire circling around his neck and around his fist. And as it swirls and swirls, you see like a ball of flame conjuring around him, followed by wings pushing out from within this ball of flame. And a solar dragon appears. As it screeches out, he turns, he says, "All right, darling. They seem to be more the threat. Fire your worst." And you see the wings flying and this dragon soaring up, and it's going to use its photon breath
Spock ass dragon.
on a line down the center of Moondancer. That is going to hit a 20-foot radius here. That's going to hit the vampire at Alfonso, Elena, and Absu. The only one present here is Absu, so I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. And if anyone would like to roll on behalf of Alfonso, and add +1 to it.
Not 20 for Alfonso.
Okay.
And 13 for Absu.
Sorry, how much for Absu?
13.
13.
This was a lot better than mine.
Elena gets a 19 and a natural 20 for the vampire. Wow, dang. Hot table compared to last time. Okay, for those that saved, they take 22 points of radiant damage. Those who fail take 44 points of radiant damage.
Holy moly. We don't have fuel, do we?
Not to blitz out of here.
Do you have fuel?
That's the round. Who's rolling next?
Okay, do you want to start?
Aw.
It's a 3. Following its command, going down in a line, is going to make 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its tail, against Crux. Wow. Pierced and chomped within an inch of his life, Crux stands at the mangonel, and you hear him yelling out, "Captain! If this is the last of me, then I'll be going out with a blaze of glory." And you hear like the gears turning for the mangonel to turn directly towards the dragon. Ally's turn is up. You know Crux is going to fire mangonel directly at the dragon. Sartell is looking like she is going to attempt to attack it from the rear.
Presumably, like, this dragon is a summon. Maybe not, but like, I feel like knocking this guy out is like the highest priority.
Alright, cool. I'll just take 2 shots with my ballista on that guy. 19 and 10.
19 hits.
14 damage.
Ballista clipping him at his waist, but dodging out of your second attack. Would you like to still back off and off of the weapon and move?
No thanks.
I'm gonna fly up first. Before I fly up, can I use my arm to get this guy in front of my weapon?
Make an athletics check.
Oh, come on. You do yoga every.
And it's going to be.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be contested. No need.
That's a 12.
It is going to need a 12 or higher to beat you. But you are unable to shove him forward.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna fly up then and take 2 shots at the dragon.
16 and 14. Okay, 16 hits.
Okay.
Same.
7.
Okay. Bolt goes flying out, lands right underneath its wing, like almost like its wing's armpit. It lands. The other one, unfortunately, gets deflected off of its scale armor. Joan, roll a wisdom saving throw. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Don't tell me the result. Do you want Topola to go before you?
Just wait.
She's gonna drop her spell. and is instead going to attempt to cast Hold Person on Prince Xeleth. He is held. Sorry about that! Ah, you should be good to go! She yells out. It's your turn.
Good ass, yes. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Eldritch. I'm gonna back up here and shoot Eldritch Blast at this one.
Okay,
Which
nice.
has a plus 10 hit DC.
Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Miss. Miss
Sexy
Joan.
Joan.
Yeah.
Sexy Joan.
Yes.
17 plus 10, that's a
Hits.
27 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And then a 10, 1d10.
You have 2 blasts as well.
Do I?
Yeah,
Can I aim it at the other one?
sure.
Alright, I'll do one for each then.
Nice.
This is 3 plus 10, 13.
13, I don't believe. I think that just misses.
3 plus 5, 8.
Okay.
This one.
8 points of damage is looking real bad. They're both like struggling to like hold themselves up in the phlogiston. Chilta with Turb on deck.
Well, I'm just gonna take a couple shots from like awesome crossbow.
Just so those of you are aware, tactically, as the ship moved forward, you notice that Topola had to move backward.
She's stuck with him.
She has to be within a certain range of him.
What is he floating on or standing on? Nothing?
He's floating.
Okay.
He's Iron Manning.
He's Iron Manning. 26 points of damage. Nice. Bide your time, sister. You're mine. You know this.
Alright. I'm steering this thing around. And I'm taking a shot at this guy. Steal your
At the
D20.
prince.
At the prince. Sweet prince.
Oh
What
my
the
god!
Wow.
What? What?
Okay.
Well, no, is it 2? Because it's an advantage.
No, yeah, I got
He has 2 attacks.
So, what is that? Do I, what
Do
do
you not get advantage on this?
Well, no, I got advantage. Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 2, so 2's the higher one.
2 is the higher one. So does his gun break at a 2?
Not at a 2. Not at a 2. But it does. And just like almost like just spill out, like it was ejected and then just like got shot very poorly out of the chamber. But you would have a second attack.
Oh my god,
Wow.
dude! What the fuck?
Is that the opposite die or did that same die roll a
Same
1?
die roll.
Oh no.
5 plus what?
This 5 hit.
5 plus anything?
Plus 10. It just missed. I will say
You
that.
get,
though.
the first one was a 20 out of that die.
Yeah.
Alfonso is going to cast Rhymes Binding Ice
Oh.
on the dragon.
Seth's never used that spell before.
He only knows 2 spells.
Fireball.
Fireball and Witch Bolt. That is a con save. The Solar Dragon is going to need. The Solar Dragon is going to need an 11 or higher in order to succeed against Rhymes Binding Ice, and fails.
So, like,
What is
wait,
that
I-
condition?
Okay, on a failed save, creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute, or until another creature within it uses an action to break away the ice. A creature hindered by the ice has its speed reduced to 0. Anyone want to roll 3d8s for Alfonso?
I think I use it.
1, 7, 3, 11.
Total of 11.
Okay.
Nice. As he casts the spell with his wand and hands outstretched, ice crystals begin to form into like that of a chain, wrapping itself around and around and around the wings and the body of the dragon till it's eventually just suspended in the phlogiston.
Is it trapped then?
Or you just kind of go.
Can't move. Ah, damn it! Garganhale is looking weak. Joan, in your head, you feel a fog. You feel a density, almost near paralyzing sense of fear just wash over you for a brief moment as you hear the voice of your patron.
2 captains down is all it will take for you to usurp such a power. Choose wisely. I can help.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
10.
He's dumb as a box of rocks.
I love how that's like a judgment on a wisdom saving throw, and not even really like failing at that match.
Okay.
Just a mid roll.
Good to know.
Completely mid roll. Yeah, mid,
Dumb as
you're
a
dumb
box.
as a box of rocks. You poor knowledge? Don't even want to talk to you.
All right.
Say anything.
I will keep that number in the back of my head for your turn. Who's rolling a d6?
Jonas,
Yeah,
I'm
you
rolling a
can finish this, bro.
d6. Your turn.
Ooh.
Go. What'd you get?
2.
I got 6.
Nice.
Oh, Dub!
Dirt.
Come on, dude!
Dumb as a bag of rocks.
Dude, I contend
Back. Give
for
him the box.
crisp of the year is the new Taki Sweet Dragon Chili.
Hey,
Crisp of the year is incredible.
which one?
The new Taki.
I like this one too.
Sweet Dragon Chili. It's close to that, but it's far better. It's amazing. You can find them at speedways everywhere.
Same turn order as before? Or?
Let's do that. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on this guy.
Damn.
They're gonna take half damage, but 2d10 for as long as they're in
That beam.
that beam.
What's the saving throw?
14. 14. So it takes half of 5.
Okay, so it takes 3 points of radiant damage.
So the dragon is can't move for How
Frozen.
long?
Yeah.
For how long? Or I don't
Until Rhyme's Binding Ice breaks. Or, so like, if anything hits him, it will break.
know. Okay. Good. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Joan, with a 10 on your wisdom saving throw, you feel the intent of your ship driving you away from the enemy.
Like the ship is doing it itself?
No, you're doing it itself.
Okay.
And you feel like a fury within you to consume and take over. But the question is, which captain are you going to strike? So I'm going to need you. I'm going to have you roll a percentile die for this.
Okay.
The 2d10s. 51 and above, you hit Elena. 50 and below, you're attacking Garganale.
56.
Oh. 50 and above was Elena? I thought 50 and below was Elena.
51 and above was Elena. 50 and
I'm
below.
doing this because I heard the voice tell me I have to.
Your patron is compelling you,
Nasty.
especially after the last conversation that you had with him in your quarters. You have yet to uphold your end of the bargain, that which seems to be along the lines of taking over a power at B. The guilt, the anger, the resentment, whatever emotion that you particularly are being pushed towards in this moment has literally driven you to the ship. And I need you to make an attack roll against Elena with your Eldritch Blast.
Box of rocks.
Box of rocks, dude. Box of rocks.
Box of rocks.
So 19.
Go ahead and make another attack with your Eldritch Blast.
That's a 19 plus 10. That's a 20.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage for both of those blasts, would you?
10 or 10. Okay. And 7 plus 5. Oh, so 15 and 12. 12. Regular.
27. Running up to... She even looked like she began to sheath her weapons for a moment in an attempt to run over to Crux. She was calling his name out, seeing that he was wounded. and the 2 blasts land her on her back, unconscious. And you come to, realizing what just happened. Your movement and your action is done, but what does Joan do in this moment?
I can't do an action. My action was taken from me.
Correct.
That is some bullshit. Just panic and freeze and scream in my head, but not out loud, and just give up. I lay down on the ground.
You jump out of the ship?
I jump out of the ship and actually I open the top and just kind of slump out on the floor, and I kick the door shut.
Absu, you see this. Topola, what have you done? What? Why?
I don't know.
She drops hold person and is going to attempt to cast banishment on you.
Banishment.
I need you to make a charisma
Just
saving
what?
throw.
She dropped?
Executioner.
No!
Yeah, that's.
Wait, what am I doing?
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I have a lot of charisma, so that was
Is it?
good. 8 total.
Total?
I thought you had a lot of charisma.
I have a +5. I rolled a 3.
Box of rocks.
You're going to the nether realm now.
Senor Rizla, come on, you ain't no Rizla.
I'm retarded.
You're banished.
You see the world almost like unzipping in front of you into a new starlit void. And for the moment, you see her just like holding her staff out to an empty space where she was. She clearly is still concentrating on this at the moment. Looks at you. Shit! What do we do? What do I do?
Well, sorry, I must have missed why she
Is she
did
asking us that?
Why?
She's turning over to Absu. Like she's like, because he's right there. She just witnessed Joan blasting Captain Sartell and knocking her down.
I mean, Sartell can take a hit.
She's dead.
She's dead. Oh, she literally can't get it.
She is unconscious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, correct.
I can revive her.
Say, I just shout out, I have spare the dying. I can help still.
Then do it.
I don't have an action right now.
You're also gone.
I'm gone. You took me to another realm?
This was Xedalia who did this?
Xedalli. Yeah.
Xedalli.
No. This is
Topola.
Topola. This is Topola.
And she dropped her whole person.
She dropped her hold person and cast banishment on Joan.
So I'm gone.
Topola. Like, Sartell is unfortunately unconscious. This is something that we can rectify in a moment here. But you need to put hold person back on that guy.
And at this point, yeah, you just see Prince Xeleth just like, the sweet rays, and he like almost like he's basking in the moonlight, and she's like, okay, all right, I'll see what I can do. So that was her turn. Shelta, I think you're up.
She has to hold that to keep me.
I can't do anything over there.
She'd be banished.
Look what you
I
did.
was under the influence.
That was under.
I was driving under
made
It wasn't my fault. I was
the
under the
devil, and
influence.
we're all paying for it.
She has to hold me in the banished.
Some warlock shit right there.
No?
She does have to concentrate on the spell. Yeah.
Okay, so if she stops concentrating, I come back.
Yes.
Sorry, I almost did that.
We're gonna do a couple crossbows. And,
No more advantage. Well, you can roll 2 if you want.
13 plus 6.
19.
10 plus 6, 16. 16 and 19.
They both hit.
28.
28.
Favorite foe?
Ah! Well, if not today, sister, might be another. Shit. Says under his breath. Alright, Garganhail is going to make 2 attacks against him, though. Those are going to hit. Kills him. Turb.
Alright. I'm gonna try to do some like Super Smash Bros. Shit. If it's possible.
Smash ball.
Smash ball.
Gonna get that smash ball.
So I'm like locking my fighter in on this guy. And can I
Star Fox ult.
Cool.
a barrel?
Yeah.
What I was thinking is can I like lift the windshield or whatever in the fighter?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the attack action and I'm going to use Breath of the Dragon.
Oh.
Flames.
Flames.
Well, what's the damage type of your breath weapon?
So I'm going to choose Breath of the Dragon, Lightning,
Oh, okay.
in a 30-foot line. The DC is 14. Dexterity saving.
Okay, it needs a 12 or higher. It's a 14.
Wait, who are you hitting?
The Prince.
Oh, okay. I thought you were hitting the other 2 guys. My bad. It didn't matter. You could have hit him more.
So it's so wait, he succeeded?
He succeeds, so he takes half damage.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 2 points of damage. So
You see like a very, very thin, almost like a fishing line widths of lightning just kind of scrape at his back over his shoulder, almost just like shrugs it off.
Touch the ring.
touch the ring.
Touch the ring before you
I don't have the ring.
I thought you were given the ring.
No, I wasn't given the ring.
Who was given the ring?
The princess has the ring.
She still has the ring? I thought she gave it to him.
He didn't take it.
She offered, he did not take it. She said, "I'll be back in my room if you want to talk."
I'm going to peel off toward the moon dancer.
Okay.
And use the remainder of my movement speed to go back to her.
You could use your movement to fly up to him. You did already open the cockpit.
If I have the movement speed to do that,
Oh, yeah.
I'll do
Some
Captain
dope
Falco
monk shit.
on and do like a backflip, like a kick
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Okay. I think that's like a
So-
key, 1 key or 2 key points.
Yeah. It's a key point. So it's
For 2 of them.
okay. 20,
Yes.
14.
Miss.
Okay.
20 hits.
Okay, so that's 6 points of damage.
Okay. Ducks under your first quarterstaff attack, and then gets whammed into the side with your other one. Bruised, battered, beaten. He's taken some decent hits.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. This is kind of annoying.
You have not gone.
I'm gonna.
You have gone.
You
have gone?
This is the same round as the moonbeam. This is literally the same round.
I didn't realize you went first. Okay.
I'm gonna use focus aim on the attack that missed. Just 16 hit.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do that.
Just hits.
Okay. And that's so that's 8 additional points of damage.
Okay. All right. Would you guys have the mangonel fire at the dragon?
What magical effects are it?
So it's basically frozen. It can't move. If it takes damage, it will be able to move. But it's basically has any attack on it right now has advantage.
You can roll it and be unfrozen.
And then then if it takes a hit, it'll be unfrozen.
It's encased in a thin sheet of ice.
Yeah.
I think we should leave it alone. Should we make
I have been leaving it alone for that reason.
Yeah. Mangonel, where's the Mangonel shooting?
Crocs and the vampire have just been focusing fire on the dragon. So unless you guys want it to not do that, it won't.
Yeah, I think we would have him shoot at this guy, right?
At the prince, because then at that rate, that should be everybody. Wilbur is going to rotate the ship ever so slightly, pulling out from the quarters. It's Princess Xedalli. Stop! Get your hands off me! Stop! Help! As she's being yanked out by one of the knights. What now, my liege? He is going to use a Starlight Step. as a bonus action onto the ship here and use his radiant beam against you, Chilta. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not 20.
Oh,
Dude.
dude, bro!
Good going.
Amazing. Okay. You take 9 points of radiant damage.
9
On a
points?
20? Bro, what?
Well, it would have been 18.
At 20.
No, it would have been 18
Okay, it's a
damage.
20, man. I just said this to him, man.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Thumbs
out.
Thumbs out. I
Thumbs
said
out,
this to
Chad.
that bitch, man. That bitch ass prince, man, no way. 9 points? Ow, but like, okay.
As it extends its staff towards you, and you see like a concentrating beam from a ball of light down into a pinhole over to you. You're able to deflect with your forearms. You take a grazing shot of heat and light, and you can feel it kind of just like for a moment before the pain subsides. Turb, I hate to say this, but stand still. And pepperbox in one hand and another similar looking pistol as the one that you have, only with green runes begin to glow as he fires off at both of them. Pepperbox misses, but the nicer weapon hits. And you see almost like a as it fires, the bullet spinning like a spiral, like a corkscrew missile right into the back of this astral mage or astral warrior. I keep fucking that up. Done. Some stray bullets bounce off of the hull of your ship as it kind of missed this guy. Your beam is still here, so I'm leaving this token for you.
Cool.
And the dragon is going to attempt to break out of its rhyme. The ice shatters its wings, unfurled. And you see as light and little bits of flame begin to come out, and the phlogiston around it for a brief second just like violent mini explosions. Who's rolling the d6?
4.
6. It's going to attempt to recharge its photon breath. That's a fail. Alfonso froze it. It's going to attack Alfonso.
Well, just try to recharge your blast. Is that its turn? Or
It's
no?
every turn it gets an opportunity to recharge, and if it does, it will use it, but it did not.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the assumption that he has actually casted mage armor before all of this, so he has an armor class of 14. So one attack misses, but the other one hits for 16.
He's got to be down. He took 40 earlier.
He took 22.
Oh.
He took 44. Alfonso was down. Ally's turn is up.
All I'm gonna do is gonna move the moonbeam to the remaining. I may have moved up just to see, and then I moved back. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll 2d10, and that's 12. So it has to be con of 14, otherwise I'll get 6.
That's a nat 20.
All right, so 6 damage.
Chipping at the block, bit by bit. Who's up next?
Yeah. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna drop that dude,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fly here, hop out, and I'm gonna lightning.
Dex save
Yes.
of
13. Oof, that's not great.
Oh, well, they both got 11.
Oh, perfect. All right. So then they take 2d10.
Joan, you'll be making a charisma save on your turn, so go ahead and roll that.
So that's a 90 and a 60. So 15.
15 points of damage?
Yep.
Nice. By the way, what was your instruction to Topola? What would you have told her to do? Did you want her to drop the banishment? Would you have let her hold it?
I said we have to we would have preferred hold person on the dude, and because Sartell was unconscious, and that was something that we couldn't resolve right now. We'd be resolving later, and just focusing on the actions needed at hand.
Okay.
And then I still have a bonus action, correct?
Yes.
I would like to use my Commander's Strike.
Ooh.
To tell. Okay, who's this? That's
Garganhael.
That's Garganhael. You would have disadvantage, so I'm gonna tell Garganhael to attack the prince.
Oh, you got it, baby.
And he gets to add my superiority die.
To the hit?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Go ahead and roll that. Dude, sick.
Wait, is it to the hit? It might be to damage. Hold on, let me double check.
Double check. In the meantime, Chone, charisma save.
That's the damage.
19.
That's so 6 added
To the damage?
if he hits, and it uses his reaction.
You teleport back into the space. Topola, staff pointed out at you. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what's coming over you. I don't know what's happening.
I don't either.
What the hell was that?
I was taken out of control of my body for a moment. I don't know.
Well, get control, damn
I
it!
am in control again.
Do something!
I look up at the dragon and I utter some foul words.
Vicious mockery!
No, it
Slightly better
says,
than that.
summon greater demon. You utter foul.
Summon greater demon!
Summon greater demon. You utter foul words, summoning one demon from the chaos of the abyss. I've chosen my demon as well.
What?
Yeah, it's in the chat. The demon that he chose.
So that's
Oh, is that what you said?
That's
a
what I
follow
chose.
with the owl thing.
I'm not looking at the chat, obviously. Okay.
So that's stats and stuff, and then it's the owl-looking thing. So it's my hooter.
Owl-looking thing?
It looks like an owl.
Flag-stricken bipedal owl.
Okay, cool. Well, I have an owlbear thing, so I'll use that.
That looks sick, dude. Cool move.
That's awesome. Okay, go ahead and take your greater demon's turn, dude.
Okay, so I don't need to move obviously because I'm right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for that. 14 plus 6 is 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing 2 of them, so that's the first one.
Okay.
And then 21, so that one hits 2.
Yep. That's awesome.
And 10. 15.
No, roll them all again.
Roll them all again?
Yeah, because 1d8 plus 3
Right.
plus 3d8.
Oh, okay, I see.
So 48 plus 3. So you had 15.
Holy
15
shit.
plus 3, so 18. Now roll again.
What a turn.
Plus 3, 16. So
16. Yeah, will be 34. 33.
Out of
2 young.
tearing a hole through space-time, you see as Joan stumbles out, as confused as anyone would be in the circumstance, immediately summons this foul owl and sticks it onto
that name.
foul owl.
No.
Tlacatecolo.
Tlacatecolo.
Well, I'm just gonna call him Talak.
Summons Talak and just unleashes a fury of poisonous strikes against this dragon. And as they wrestle for a violent attack, those of you here, you notice like Prince Xeleth just like in pain, and like some sort of like headache almost strikes him piercingly as he looks over at his dragon. Shit. We don't have time. Damn it. And begins to create a spell, begins to summon a spell like that of a dimension door that you saw this mage doing. Yes.
This says at the end of each of the demon's turns, it makes a charisma saving throw. The demon has disadvantage on the saving throw. On a failed save, the demon continues to obey you. On a successful save, your control of the demon ends for the rest of the duration.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Make a charisma saving throw, but with disadvantage. You want it to fail.
17 plus 5 is 22. 16 plus 5 is 21.
Oof. Ooh.
As it like fights and fights and fights.
Oh, damn it. Demon just lives in the background.
And just like begins to turn and face the vampirate. It's the nearest thing to it that's on your. This vampirate is your ally, so it looks like it's gonna attack that.
Well, it doesn't immediately turn against us. It's just on its own.
That's the nearest thing.
That's true.
Well, it's attacking the dragon.
You're right. That's true. I thought it like does the opposite, but you're right. Chilta, you see him. He's in the middle of casting a spell to try to escape.
I'm casting Zephyr Strike and just taking a couple shots at him. Backing up, just run up these stairs really quick.
Okay.
Just like my top feet are still on a stair.
He's gonna make an attack opportunity
I
against.
can't do that with Zephyr Strike.
You're right. You're right.
So I'm chilling.
You're
And-
chilling. You're straight chilling.
Straight chilling. And so now the damage. 14 points of damage for the first hit.
14 for the first. Oh, boy. All right.
I still need to hit him again.
You still need to hit him again.
Cool.
Gets down on one knee.
21. 13 points of damage.
How do you take him down?
I wanna shoot an arm off, like at the shoulder socket,
Wow. Okay.
and then I want to and then I don't know how fast this crossbow hits, but like it'd be cool, like if the arm hit the first one, it fell down on the ground, and then I want to just like right in this esophagus there, just pin him to the ship.
One bolt knocks the arm clean off. The other one, with the spear in hand, falls over. And the astral elf is now going to use its reaction to do a. Actually, no, it doesn't need to.
Did I not kill it? I mean, infuse.
No,
I
it's-
would infuse strike it.
It's.
It has an after death reaction.
He looks just as unconscious as Sartell does.
No, the other elf you're talking about, right?
Oh, this one?
He's the one with the reaction.
Yeah, he's doing a reaction. He's going to use his ejecting light. Could someone roll for Xedalli for an attack of opportunity against the astral elf?
7.
At this point, you see him like tackle like on top of the prince and just like. You see him phasing in light and dust. Subsequently, the dragon as well. Garganhale takes a knee, coughing up whatever fluids a vampire would. Crux sits down for but a moment, and then you see him just like snap back and Captain! No! And he goes to run up and begin to use a lay on hands on Captain Sartell. This guy, seeing that he's the only one left, is going to try and fly his ass out of here. So you have an attack of opportunity. And at this rate, even if you miss, everyone else firing at him would kill him, but I want to give you the first shot at this opportunity.
Did I get plus 10?
Yes. That's just going. That's just going.
17.
That hits.
Okay. Whatever.
3d4? 10 point? Yeah. Captain Sartell is up. As she coughs. What happened? It's alright, just take your time, miss. Captain, take your time, Captain. They're gone. For now.
Can you do that again? Sorry, I'm not over there.
Do what again?
Well, we got Alfonso down with us.
No. Yeah, I got a little left in me.
I can also do it.
He goes over, brings him up. He pumped 20 points of health into Captain Sartell and 5 into Alfonso. And he is now tapped.
Does anyone know where they came from? Or where they went?
I think you gotta ask the sister.
Was it... Xedalli? Do you know any of this?
I'm just taken aback as much as all of us. I have no idea what my brother's about. He could have been involved in the flank, the blockade at XARYXIS space. He could have been finding me. They tried to take me, but it didn't happen. I don't know. Ever since he's taken the throne, all he's wanted is me dead, because he just wants to make sure that he can secure the throne. If we're going to make sure that we are safe and secure, we need to head directly to Doomspace now. Garganhale pipes up.
I have just enough fuel to get us there in a blink. I'll spare it. But if there's no reserves back on Arun, or even Malice, then I'm afraid both our ships will be tapped. Otherwise, we're gonna have to risk 4 more hours. If my guess is correct, 4 more hours of flying over to that moon. But I leave that to your call.
While they're talking, I'm flying my ship over here.
Okay.
Well, our worry still is that we'd run out of fuel.
At least, with the battery that I have on our ship, is we'd be able to get both of ours to jamming speeds. I was reserving it in case we might need it further through Doomspace, but if we want to secure a safe landing through Doomspace and onto Arun, it's risky, but we'll be able to make it. Both of our ships.
Could we potentially get more fuel from Arun?
That I don't know. And Krug speaks up. There is a station nearby. It's a dense jungle, and I should be able to find it if I get my bearings straight. But I know there is. I know there are reserves left. We didn't sap it completely. We should be able to get ourselves off of that moon, especially to Malice.
Alternately, we just stay in wild space.
Alternatively, we stay the course, glide over to Arun, and use whatever fuel reserves to safely get to Malice or even through to XARYXIS space. But there's fuel reserves. There are fuel deposits on that moon. Regardless, we'd be able to fuel up either way.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, it seems like as long as we're gliding through doom space, we're sitting ducks. Why not jump as close as we can to Arun? And worst case scenario, we take the fighter jets to get secure more fuel if we run out. I mean, I'm not trying to sit around and get like destroyed by a dragon.
Seems fair to me. Yeah, let's get
If
through.
you're confident that we can fuel on Arun, then
Well,
Captain Sartell pipes up and just gripping her side as like like her back, her lower back, as she's feeling the impacts of those eldritch blasts.
take us up to jamming speeds.
Topola, align us in the way that we need to go. Gog and Hale, have your Jammer do the same.
Before we take off, can I shove this demon overboard?
That is a problem. That is absolutely a problem. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's just eating one of the.
And I'll say that it leapt for the dragon and is kind of in a confused daze.
I could do my trick where I do the mage hand and just push it off.
Can you roll a d4 and it's going to attack either 1, 2, 3, or 4?
That is a 1.
It's going for Crux.
It's going for who?
It's going for Crux. Make just one attack against Crux. This would have been after it healed Alfonso.
3 plus 6 to hit, that's a 9.
That's a miss.
Wow.
Who wants to help push this demon out into astral space?
I do.
Okay. Joan and anyone else?
Sure, I'll help.
Alright. Absu and Joan, you...
Oh, I was already.
Yes, yeah, that's right. The three of you are collectively shoving and just like blasting this thing and all of your efforts off of the ship. Use whatever skill check you each would like to use here. Use this. You don't have to take your dice out. Unless you want to.
We just pick whatever.
Oh boy.
Use one and tell me what you're going to use to help justify how you're attempting this this roll.
I use strength.
Intimidation.
Oh,
Okay.
athletics, technically.
Sure. Yeah. So you're gonna intimidate it. You're using athletics.
I'm also putting these athletics.
Okay.
I got a 27.
Dude, nice. Okay. Absolutely.
That's a nat 1. Or no. That's a nat 1. Yeah.
Okay.
22.
7.
2 out of 3 is majority. Off into astral space, this demon flies until it is called back into the 9 hells.
I shout at it and say, "There's no room for you on here. I already got 2 hooters."
Wow.
Nice. And as you all now arm yourselves into proper anticipation, both ships and send soaring off into jamming speeds, for which we will pick up next session, wherever that leads.